Hey everybody.
Hey everybody.
Hope you can hear us.
You do Facebook too?
Yeah, I did Facebook too. So we should be live right now on YouTube and Facebook.
Oh, there's the live chat button.
You found the live chat, but it's probably because they hadn't gone live yet. So
okay. Hey everybody.
We just blew in from Flint Creek Water Park in Wiggins, Mississippi, where we've been for the last several days, and at Corey's state tennis tournament, and it was like 85 degrees every day without a cloud in the sky, and we were baked all day long.
But I wore sunscreen, my sun shirt.
Yeah.
And what else? Oh, and long pants.
And an umbrella.
An umbrella. I didn't get sunburned. I
Yeah.
did that.
So we got rained on last night, and apparently a front came through.
Amanda's already said, "Are you cold?"
And so we get home, and it's like minus 12 degrees right here in Brookhaven, Mississippi.
Yeah.
And I'm like freezing.
Playing.
It's because you hadn't pushed play.
Oh. Okay. But yours is playing.
So anyway, I'm just kidding. It's not minus 12, but it's like in the 50s here, and it's a little bit nippy. We left wearing short breeches and t-shirts, and come home, and it's in the 50s here outside, and kind of cloudy.
I would wear my tank tops up under my sun shirts. Of course, you know, y'all can't really see. It's long sleeve and everything, so you got rather warm. But I was glad to have them with me because I wore them for warmth, not to block sun today. We didn't have much sun today. We didn't have any sun today.
No sun today, and boy, this would have been great tennis weather, you know, because we had some guys that had difficulty with cramps and whatnot, and we were just whipped. I mean, sitting out in the direct sun, there's no shade. Well, there's a little bit of shade in the early morning, because if you know anything about tennis courts, they've got tall fences, and most tennis courts have these wind screens on the fences to kind of block the wind on the court a little bit, because if it gets real windy, it can affect the play of the ball. Y'all may have remember me talking about when Corey played at East Central Community College. They've got a brand new facility, and the wind screens hadn't come in yet, and the wind was blowing like crazy, and that was the day I saw something I'd never seen, where a guy was hitting a soft lob, and it went up to the net, and the wind actually stopped the ball and blew it back. Well, those wind screens provide a little bit of shade when the sun is coming up, but then when it gets about 11:30, close to straight up noon, they ain't nowhere to hide.
I mean, there's just little corners, and I tried my best to sit in the shade. Y'all remember I'm allergic to the sun, so you know, I chased the shade around where I could still see.
So the bad news about that is, we were so looking forward to at least tying the record or taking the lead in the visits to Deep South Homestead category.
Yeah.
And every evening we were just like, y'all, we can't come. We can't even move, and we can't come. And
I was looking so forward to this trip, and Tommy said I should have never thought this, but I did. I was looking forward to a nice, relaxing time, and it wasn't.
Yeah, it was anything but. We were blowing and going, and so yesterday, the finals were yesterday, and we got over at a reasonable time. I don't remember what time we got back to the campground.
It was afternoon, though.
Yeah, it was early later, afternoon, 3 maybe, or something. So. I don't remember.
Oh my goodness.
Early afternoon, and that was going to be the day that we were finally going to or they actually had talked about coming over to the campsite.
Yeah, we was going to fish together.
Yeah, Wanda said she'd been trying to get Danny to relax and maybe to come out, and we just had to say, I bet your iPad has died.
I thought it was already dead.
You got to do it on your phone. We just had to beg off. Y'all, we were pitiful.
Yeah, pitiful.
We were pitiful. And so we talked on the phone with Wanda for a little while and told him, okay, well, we'll catch your show tonight, you know, if we're not in bed. Well, guess what? I got in bed shortly before 8 p.m. Central, and Patty got in bed shortly after 8 p.m. Central.
Well, I thought I just turned it on mute. It didn't
It
work.
didn't work. You got to do that.
Okay.
So we were whipped puppies, I'm telling you. Then here we are in a camper trailer, and pull behind camper.
Not a house trailer.
Not a house trailer. In a camper, pull behind camper, and the mother of all storms, the Moaz, the mother of all storms came through. It was such a big storm.
Thank God it wasn't that bad.
It was such such a heavy storm, though. My sister-in-law, Patty's sister Julie, was here with her mom this weekend, and she was alarmed because they actually mentioned Wiggins, Mississippi,
where we were,
as being in direct line of the storm, and it was so loud. I sleep with earplugs in my ear, and it was so loud. I woke up and reached to see if I had my earplugs in, and then pulled one out because I thought I must have forgot these earplugs ain't working, And but I didn't tell Patty this. I sat there and I listened, and it was thundering and rumbling and pouring down rain, and I glanced, cut my eyes over at Patty laying in the bed next to me, and she was just laying there, and I said, "Well, it must be all right." I put my earplug back in and went back to sleep.
It was very loud in that trailer.
Because I knew if we needed to do something like get in the truck, or you know what, that we might ought to rethink our plan of leaving the truck hooked up to the trailer.
Yeah.
In case we have to skedaddle.
Evacuate, yeah.
Oh.
We had the van.
Yeah, we did.
We brought 2 vehicles.
We brought 2 vehicles because my truck, I love my truck. It's a Dodge Ram 2500, but it's like a tank. And it's hard to park in little small areas. Probably not for a professional, but for me, I've had it since 07 and just can't park it.
I don't have any comments on my phone.
Oh, you don't?
No. I don't know how to get comments on. And you're getting comments over there.
Yeah. Give us just a minute, y'all. We got some technical difficulties.
Yeah, I brought the
here.
iPad with me to charge, and I didn't.
Hang on, y'all.
I know I had seen it.
Are you on Facebook?
You're
on Facebook.
Oh.
We'll be right with you.
Oh, sorry, y'all. I just got a notification, so I clicked it.
Yeah.
What I was going to tell you is that I did see that Amanda, I think it was
You've only
Amanda's
got
garden.
15% on your phone.
Well, I'm going to plug it into this.
Where the heck is YouTube at on here? There
It's
it
right
is.
there. Somebody asked, Amanda, I'm not sure if it was Amanda's garden, but Amanda, I believe, asked, is Pistol Pack and Patty picking peas yet? Almost. I went out, that's why I'm a little late coming in. I ran in and sat down because I was out taking pictures of the garden. So I took a video, a 5-minute video, because, I mean, y'all, I was just amazed at how much it has grown.
Yeah, that's what you remember when I had been gone and came back and was like, wow. Well, we
Yeah.
both were gone and came back and were like, wow.
Yeah.
It was crazy. So.
And Suburban, I'm so sorry. He said on here that his garden flooded.
Who?
Suburban.
Oh, man.
It's supposed to rain all night tonight. So
That's
I'm
terrible.
so sorry.
Hey, Linda. All right, let's see. Got to just catch up here. Although I'm supposed to be manning Facebook.
Yeah, I'm behind, y'all, because my iPad died. I didn't have a charge on it. I tried to prepare to do that, but I didn't do it.
That's all right, Wanda. We live close enough that we can overtake the record just anytime we want to. All right, now, you may see some buffering here coming up. I don't know what's the deal. I've got 99% of my CPU is being taken up right now, and that's unusual, 100%.
Yeah, Wanda, I watched the lightning too. My sister called me a little after 10 and woke me up, which I was starting to rouse up because I was hearing the thunder. And boy, you could really see the lightning good in that trailer, in that camper.
Yeah.
So, whew,
All right,
Steve.
I think
kind of scary.
I think the computer was installing something in the background, so I think it might be
Oh, Beth.
slowly coming back.
Beth says last week. I want to talk to y'all about last week. Last week,
Oops.
Beth had some questions about goats and everything, and she says, and we ended up talking on the phone, and we were talking about how expensive they are, you know, but especially if you only have people that have registered goats around you, you can pay $300 or $400 for a doe or a buck. But she says that she had a Nubian doe and buck given to them today.
Man.
She's so excited. So praise God. That
Wow.
is awesome. That is awesome.
Go, Beth.
That is so
Go,
good.
Beth.
But no, y'all, seriously, I want to talk to you about last week. That was my fault. You know, if y'all weren't here, Tommy was gone. It was Easter. He had gone down to his sister's house, and they were coming back to eat Easter supper, us all together, me and the kids and everything. And you gonna put that up while I'm talking?
I wasn't going to. You want me to?
Yeah, you can't. Well, you gotta explain what that is. So, but anyway, so I was by myself, and you know, I take care of my mom, and so I had to go over there. I filmed from over there, and you know, I had to do some stuff to take care of her. I had last minute stuff I had to run around and do where supper would be ready when the show was over, because they were going to be getting home right at the end of the show, and blah 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 blah. So I was rushed, and so I did the YouTube on my phone, which I think it went good. I think everybody could hear me and all that stuff. All that was fine. But then it asked me to put a title of my video. It's okay if I say it out loud, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, so I titled the video, Patty Alone, Sad Face with Teardrops, you know, because all I was thinking is all you guys that are so faithful to us, y'all going to get notified, okay, Patty's going on, Tommy must not be there, Patty's alone. Poor Patty, you know. That's all that ran through my mind. I didn't think that anybody else beside you guys would even see that. And so by my title, that's why we had the trolls. I almost called them tramps. That's why we had the trolls coming in.
They were kind of trampish.
Yeah, very trampish. But anyway, so y'all, I'm sorry. It ended up it was my fault. But I just want to say a great big shout out to Wanda. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah,
she came
Wanda
to my
bailed her out
rescue.
because I couldn't do anything.
He had heard bits and pieces in the car.
I was trying to listen to it, not watch it.
Corey was driving, so.
No, I was driving.
Oh, you was driving?
We were both driving.
No, you rode with Corey.
But I was driving.
Oh, well,
yeah,
he was listening.
I was driving, but I had it on, and I was just listening to it when I could. There's a few dead areas down there.
So,
and it was awful. I mean, it could have been worse, you know.
It could have been a lot worse, but thank God Wanda jumped in there and banned those people.
And it didn't cross my mind. We don't think that way, you know. And so when I saw it, it didn't cross my mind. But then when we saw some of the comments, some of the lewd comments, I put two and two together and thought, oh my word.
Yeah, it was after we'd eaten supper and everything. But just to let you know, my kids got a great big laugh out of it. You know.
Yeah, well, we did too. But then we thought, you know.
But they thought it was really funny, especially when I realized it was my own fault. You know.
And she also learned another valuable lesson.
What?
Read the comments in your head.
Yeah. Well.
Before you.
You know, like
we're all guilty of that, right? Well, let's see here. So and so says blah 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 blah.
You know, that's what I was talking about it. You know, typically, you know, I'll come over here and read the comments while he's talking and everything, and I can read them, and then I say them, you know, or ask the question or whatever. Well, when you're doing it by yourself, you know, it would just be dead air. Y'all be looking at the top of my head while I'm looking down reading comments. So that's why I was just reading them out loud. So I do apologize for that. So
hey, Rain, we were just talking about you today. Your ears might have been burning.
So anyway,
Amy,
thank you for the nice comments about that show. I really do appreciate it.
A good crowd in here tonight. I'm kind of off my game. It's been 2 weeks since I've sat here to do this.
Yeah, so that's right.
She did do a good job, didn't she? I thought she did. I thought she handled it great. She didn't freak out and go to crying and all of that kind of stuff.
I don't cry, do I?
No, that's what it said. You didn't do that.
But anyway,
that's all right, Amy. She ain't worried about that because she is pistol packing Patty. Remember that.
What did she say?
She said she don't ever tell nobody when she's alone because there's
Oh,
crazies
yeah.
out
well,
there.
They were on their way home, so I mean.
Yeah,
you
we
know.
were on our way.
Yeah, I mean, and they
Us
came,
and all our guns were on
yeah,
our home.
They
on
were.
our way home.
They were like they came in at the end of the show. So no, I don't ever tell people when I'm home alone.
So here's where we were, and actually Patty may not know it, but I actually went live for just a minute.
I got notified that I was talking.
I showed them the crawfish, and I think.
At Easter. You're talking about.
And
Okay.
I showed them a little bit of this Louisiana traditions. I don't know how many other people do egg pocking, where you take boiled eggs and.
And Rain, it was all good.
What?
She said she hopes you're talking about it was all good.
Yeah,
Of course.
I'm gonna tell you what it was, Rain. We thought, I hadn't seen Rain or Mr. Rain that I know of in a live feed in a while. We were just talking about how much we missed you. So you can see me just smile, but because you're looking at a picture, but that's the truth. So anyway, you take a boiled egg, 2 boiled eggs or a bunch of boiled eggs, and you hold them just right. And here, let me show you. Let me just show you what I'm talking about.
They call it pocking.
All right, we're gonna be quiet because I think y'all let me know if you hear sound on this video.
I know. I want to break my egg because I'm winning. Oh, you got it. Okay, let me do. Oh wait, do the other. It's a little bit softer. Oh, really? I thought we're supposed to hit it hard. Oh yeah. Wait, but look, there's 2 sides.
Well, this thing is moving.
Now you do this side. Ready?
Another.
Yes. I know. I want to break my egg because I'm winning. Oh, you got it. Okay, let me do. Oh wait, do the other. It's a little bit softer. Oh really? I thought we're supposed to hit it hard. Oh yeah. Wait, but look, there's 2 sides. Look.
All right, so did y'all hear that? Did you hear the?
Yeah,
okay,
they
good.
heard it.
They could hear it.
So.
Tomas got all tickled. So you have to, you try to break the other person's egg.
Of course, it's a boiled egg, but Tommy's
Yeah,
sister,
apparently.
though,
It's allegedly.
it's supposed to be a boiled egg.
A hard-boiled egg.
Hard-boiled, yeah. But Tommy's sister had a few soft-boiled eggs in there. So anyway.
Yeah, which that created, which
It's
actually,
interesting.
I'm thinking you ought to do that every time on purpose.
Well, I think you should
because-
put a totally raw one on there.
Yeah, you really should put a raw one in there because it was got some great reactions. But anyway, it was a good time we had, and Patty got to have some crawfish because we made sure to bring crawfish back for her.
That's right.
Not just crawfish, but shrimp.
Shrimp too.
Because our son-in-law Chicho. No, it wasn't for Chicho.
No,
Chicho's allergic
he's
to
allergic
shrimp.
to shrimp.
But we had visitors with us from Corey's tennis team. That's Sebastian on the left there, Sebastian Osorio and Juan Pablo Pinilla, 2 Colombian players who are on Corey's tennis team. And this is actually that evening after we got home, and we were showing them around the farm, and they wanted to go see the animals. And they were absolutely taken by the little ones. And it was
They loved them. I was really surprised.
I mean, they were just giggling like schoolgirls almost about it. But so reason I brought them up, they came with us to my sister's house in Louisiana, and they're not crazy about crawfish.
No.
But they love,
especially hot things too. They
especially
don't eat a lot of
spicy
hot,
things.
yeah.
They don't. Yeah, Colombia is not, and I think this is true for all the regions in Colombia. They don't. They're not big on spicy. They're a bunch of meat eating people down there.
Yeah,
Man,
I guess.
Yes, I know because I've been there. But they love shrimp, so my sister and brother-in-law actually threw in a bunch of shrimp into the boil. And so
the first boil, so that's not as hot.
Well, actually, they changed the water this time.
Oh, they did?
They sure did. First time ever.
They don't usually change the water, so they just add more seasoning and it gets hotter and hotter, so.
Well, my brother-in-law's been trying to cut down on his salt intake. He had a little heart issue that they think they got resolved actually Friday, right?
Yeah.
And so he was kind of trying to cut down on the salt intake, so they actually changed the water, did a whole new thing of water for the second boil.
Okay.
Because usually they boil 2 or 3 sacks, and by the time you get to that third one, you can't even get in the same room with it.
I can. I like them hot. These weren't that hot. He's changed the recipe, trying to adjust the salt, but I'll just put some of my pepper sauce in my ketchup. And
To me, they
good.
were just right. You know,
Yeah,
they were just right.
I like
this
it to
time.
burn your lips a little bit.
Yeah. So,
Tommy, how do you say?
hey, Bunny, Daria. I don't know
Hey.
why I said Daria. I know it's Dara. Sorry, cuz. And
It's
Sandra.
Oh, hey, Dara and
Yeah.
Sandra. How do you say this name?
Pia Hess.
Pia. She said that they did the, I guess she's talking about the pocking of the eggs as a child, with great memories. So yeah, we feel like Tommaso remembered that. That actually
Yeah.
came from,
He'll remember it.
Tommy's niece's in-laws brought that into the family, the egg
Yeah,
pocking.
we didn't do that.
Yeah,
growing up.
my kids as younger children didn't do it. Now older kids they did.
Y'all didn't
But
as kids?
no, I never had heard of that.
Us either.
No.
So it's a
But look, she
newer
says-
family
but
tradition.
she says we are.
Estonian European family. Cool.
I wonder if that's
It's from
where
Estonia.
it comes from, maybe.
I don't know. I don't know
know.
if but it's
So-
funny if it didn't originate in Estonia. You know, it's funny to think that you got kids in Estonia pocking eggs and kids in Louisiana and Mississippi pocking eggs too. That's kind of funny. All right, let's see. Oh, they were good, Susan, and we are a crawfish eating bunch. I mean, I can eat, man. I don't know how many I can eat. I've never put
Yeah,
that to
we
the
like
test.
it.
I mean, I know I can eat 10 pounds by myself without really trying. And
Bandana Grandma said that she never had crawdads or crawfish. But the boy used to catch them in the drainage ditch when they lived in Hopewell, Virginia. I grew up, I don't remember.
I don't know if you could catch enough in the
Yeah.
in the drainage ditch.
Yeah. But I grew up, I'll never forget going out and catching crawfish. I don't remember as a little bitty kid being around eating crawfish. I don't know if it wasn't that popular where we were from. I don't know. But I'll never forget, I would go in there, and that was before bacon was so expensive, of course. But I would get little pieces of bacon and tie it onto a string, not fishing line,
we
but
did
tie it
that
onto
too.
a string and put it in the ditch, and we'd catch crawfish as kids. We used to love doing that.
Yeah, they would just grab it with their claws, and you just pick them up out
Pick
of the
'em
water
up.
before they let
Yeah.
go of it. And that's not how you catch crawfish commercially.
No,
And
of
of course they
course
got
not,
crawfish
yeah.
farms now. I don't know how they milk them. But,
Pia said, you said
that was
Pia?
a joke. Yeah.
She said that they learned in California.
Oh,
So-
okay. There you go.
So
maybe it's
must
an
be
American
United
thing.
States thing, yeah.
Yeah, but
So
but they do have crawfish farms where they raise crawfish commercially. But those, I think, the ones we had, Corey, didn't they say they came out the Mississippi? I think they caught them in the Mississippi or off of one of its little tributaries. Yo, the Wallaces are here. We can start. So let's see. Oh, I wonder-
okay, wait a minute. Prissy Green is saying, "Am I the only one that can't hear anything?" So
must be because
yeah.
I see the.
Yeah.
Or maybe you were talking
Can
about on the
somebody-
video.
Can somebody maybe type into Prissy, and let her know that, please, that maybe her volume is muted or something.
Yeah, she might be
because
muted
y'all are hearing
because
us.
it looks like everybody else can hear us, and on my sound meter, we've got plenty of
They're trying to
volume.
refresh.
Okay.
Yeah, try the crawfish. It's very good. The only problem that people that maybe don't like spicy food, it may be a little hot. It's not a well, I was going to say not a foreign taste, but I guess crab boil is kind of a different taste, isn't
Yeah.
it? So,
Yeah.
but anyway, we like them.
And there's all manner of ways to boil them and prepare them, and all kind of family recipes and stuff. But you know, a lot of people go with you can buy a Louisiana crawfish boil mix, and then you put Louisiana crab boil, which comes in a liquid form. That provides the heat and some of the distinctive flavor.
Yeah.
And you usually add potatoes and
Corn on the cob.
short pieces of corn on the cob. Lots of people cut up lemons and
Oranges.
oranges,
And onion and garlic.
onion and
Throw in
garlic.
there. They'll even throw sausage in there.
sausage, hot dog wieners put in there. Let them boil up in it.
All kind of
My
different
brother-in-law was
stuff.
the first I had ever seen put oranges in there, and
That adds a unique taste to it. Oh,
it
it's
adds
good.
the tiniest hint of citrus, but it's It's faint, but gosh, it's good. That little, I don't know, it just adds a little something.
Yeah.
And my brother-in-law insists on cutting up fresh oranges and put them in there. But it's my understanding you can accomplish the same thing with a little bit cheaper with orange juice, with real orange juice.
Oh, really?
Put it in there. But
Well, yeah,
I don't
I guess
know,
so.
something about cutting up the oranges. I don't know, because the peel, I don't know. But anyway, it's awfully good.
Yeah.
So what else? Well, I wanted to put this up.
Yeah, go ahead, because we've already talked about that. About
Yeah,
Corey,
because
so-
we were, and Corey just came in, so he's going to get to hear me brag on him on YouTube Live. But I had Corey this shirt made the week before the state tournament began, and you can't read it in this shot right here, but it's got hashtag B Federer, B Federer. And I don't know how many of you know who Federer is, or you're probably trying to figure out what in the world does that mean.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Roger Federer is the greatest living tennis player, certainly, and really the best who's ever played the game. Certainly the amount of wins. I mean, he's got what, Corey? 18 majors now or 19? 18 major tournaments, and who's the next closest? With how many? I don't. Yeah, I think the next closest has 13 or 14, and you got to understand that that's a lot of difference, and it may never be caught. Federer just won one again this past year, but what that B Federer is about, this came about, this idea from when. You may have seen us on Facebook, and I don't know if we mentioned it on YouTube, talking about one of the teams that Corey and his team faces a couple times a year. It's just loaded top to bottom. That's not true. There's a handful, but it starts with the coach, who are just the worst sportsmen ever. And they like to taunt, which is totally foreign to the idea of tennis. It's a gentleman's game. And these guys are not gentlemen in the least. And Corey has always handled himself on the court like such a gentleman and such a great sport. And so last year, one of the loudest mouths on that team was the guy that Corey played at his position. And so it was like, hey, just remember, be Federer. Because one of the things about Federer, aside from the fact that he's the best ever, is you can't ever tell what's in his face looks the same during a match. Whether things are going great, things are going bad, whatever, his face looks the same. And so I started telling Corey, be Federer, to remind him, don't let that guy know if he's getting under your skin.
Yep.
Don't let him under your skin, but don't let him know if he is or not. Be Federer. And he has been Federer, Corey has, every time he stepped on the court. And in fact, I said in a recent post on Facebook that Roger Federer should get a T-shirt that says hashtag be Corey. And so we just couldn't be prouder of him, and had a great time at the tournament.
Yeah, he did good.
A lot of great memories. This was us when we got home, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, when we got home from, we took a little quick Easter photo. Chelsea and Chicho and Tomas and, of course, Cameron weren't able to be in the photo with us, but Blue managed to get a little photo bomb in right there in the bottom left. So I feel so scatterbrained today.
You did?
Can you tell?
No. But now everybody knows. Because you're not being Federer.
Oh, that's right. I need to be Federer. I need to be Corey. I need to not let you know that I'm rattled.
No. But,
Bunny Wickham wants to know on Facebook, she says, Patty, tell us about your sales at farmers markets. This will be our first year, not real sure what to expect. What is your best seller? Hey, Chicho, speaking of Chicho,
Hey,
he's
Chicho.
joined us on Facebook.
that's our son-in-law.
That's our son-in-law, Guillermo.
The best sales at the farmer's market, I started doing the farmer's market with my bread. And so I make sourdough bread, and still my loaves, my normal size loaves, which really aren't a very large loaf. It's the little metal pans that you buy at Walmart that are disposable. I use those to make my bread, and that's my best seller, is my sourdough bread. I do make some dip mixes that I sell. I make sourdough rolls. I make a cinnamon sourdough bread. I make cinnamon rolls. I do well with my cinnamon rolls. But still, you have to sell a lot of cinnamon rolls. You know, I charge $1 a piece for my cinnamon rolls, and my loaf of bread is $4, which I'm going to have to go up a little bit this year on my prices, I believe. I fought it, you know, going up, but I think it's time that I'm going to have to go up just a little bit, you know, like 50 cents a loaf or something like that. So, but by far, and that's my area. In your area, people may not do sourdough a lot, so you might want to look at white bread or wheat bread, but you could sample the market this week, and what sells the best, bring more of that next week, and you'll find your niche there.
Yeah, in fact, when I read your question, I thought there's no way for us, if we told you every detail about our market, it would tell you nothing about yours.
Yeah, you're just going to have to gauge it. The dip mixes do well if I bring samples.
Yeah.
That's one thing. That's what I was talking with Beth.
You got to be sure you can do that at yours.
Yeah. Some people might not allow you. Now, I bought this neat little dip tray thing that you can actually put ice in the bottom of, and that's what because it keeps it cool, because there's mayonnaise and sour cream and stuff like that in my dip mixes once they're made up, and so I do keep that cool. My eggs do fairly well at the market. Some weeks better than other weeks.
What eggs we have left, you know?
Yeah, this year I'm not going to have a ton of eggs left. The restaurant is still buying 10 a week, you know, so it's not much. Okay, Susan said, wait, no.
That restaurant is Betty's Eat Shop.
Woohoo!
Brought to you by...
B-Lady Asprey asked, are you bringing...
Apiary.
Sorry, Asprey. Yeah, there's no...
Apiary.
Okay.
Sorry.
Are you bringing baked goods to the October conference? I hadn't planned on it.
Probably not. I mean, we might, but...
Well, the thing is I would have to bake it before I left, and...
It wouldn't be fresh.
Yeah, it wouldn't be fresh, and we're spending the night somewhere on the way there, so it would be...
Yeah.
At the least 3 days old, so
could bring some dip
not.
mixes.
I could bring some dip mixes, yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Well, they go back. Jay Wallace said he ate crawfish when he was down doing some work after Katrina and loved them. Mm-hmm. And I was shocked to see and pleasant to see that there were quite a few tennis fans in the chat who were saying that they love Federer, so they get it. You get what B Federer means. And Beth said that she'd actually met Serena and Venus Williams.
Really?
Yeah.
I missed that. Oh,
said
that's
that they
awesome.
were
now I know who that is.
very nice women. And bad to the bone.
Yeah.
And
wow.
you know, and the thing I love about Venus and Serena is, and y'all know who their coach is? Their dad.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, their dad is their coach.
That's awesome.
And still, you know, and which I just think is very cool. And they are tough business. And Serena, I think, although it's not quite as clear cut as the case that can be made for Federer being the best ever, Serena is certainly right there in that conversation as being the best ever, and she's still playing. So she's got more titles under her belt, I'm sure. I mean, Federer is playing as an old man. I think he's like 36, right, Corey?
35.
Oh, he's 35. Yeah, what would I give to be 35? I wish I felt like I was 35.
Really? You want to go back?
No, I don't. I'm just kidding.
I'm happy where I'm at.
When I try to get out of bed, I think about liking to go back. But hey, Tom.
Now, Dolphin Man said, Tommy, I bet that bread tastes delicious. So you can say,
What?
I bet that bread tastes delicious.
Absolutely, it tastes delicious.
Okay. And P.S. Says 1 teaspoon of vinegar daily with the mother. I don't know what that's in reference to. And Susan Sullivan says it only gets worse as we age, Tommy. But that was earlier, so I don't know what that was in reference to.
Yeah, I don't know what that was.
Yeah, Homesteading the Pioneer Way says...
Wait, time out. Who did, Chicho? Venus or Serena? On Facebook, our son-in-law Chicho, who is the tennis pro at the finest club in Jackson at Parham Bridges. If you've got kids in the Jackson, Mississippi area and you want to learn how to play tennis, take them to Parham Bridges and see Chicho, because He gets kids scholarships. Serena is pregnant. And so,
Really?
yeah, that's what Chicho says. She just says she's pregnant, so she won't be playing for a while.
Wow.
But so that's interesting. I feel like we're on the tennis channel
I know,
instead of
I do too.
Alderman Farms, but that is interesting. I had not heard that, so I wonder, you know, if motherhood will change her and change her mind, and or if she'll recover and decide to come back. So Tom Rio said the same thing too. Hey, Tom.
Homestead, the Pioneer Way, said that they sold their sourdough for $6 a loaf, and they made 24 loaves at a time and sold them all in one day. That's amazing. That's great. I wouldn't be able to sell that. I could probably still sell some at $6 a loaf, but I would not sell it all. And look, what I'm doing, the way I am increasing my profit margin is like the amount of dough that it takes to make one loaf of bread. I will break that in half and get 2 pans of 6 each of rolls. So that's 12 rolls, but I sell them separately. And I sell that pan of rolls for $3. So I'm actually getting $6 for the same amount as what's in one loaf of bread. But, you know, it does require a little bit more work. Not that much more of rolling out the dough. So I'm doing, what's it called? Where you... improve, like I do a cinnamon sourdough where I flatten out the dough and I put cinnamon and sugar and I roll it up and I bake it like that. So
Okay, one more tennis comment.
Oh, Tommy, now
I have to.
We're not-
Serena was actually pregnant when she won the Australian Open.
really?
You got to be kidding me. Yeah, Tom
Wow.
mentioned that, and Guillermo said yes, that's
Wow.
right.
He says
That's a bad woman.
she's in Berkeley, California, and it's so far to travel to the conference, but it's on her bucket list. I hope you can do that.
Oh, I hope you can.
That would be
That'd
great.
be cool.
That would be great.
Speaking of conferences, we got one coming up even sooner than that. We're
Yes.
not speaking at the conference, but we'll definitely be there at the Great Appalachian Homestead Conference in Crossville, Tennessee, which is coming up to not next weekend, but the next, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, not the next weekend coming, but the next, May 6th. And we'll actually be at Lefty's Barbecue. Is it that night? The
Friday
6th?
night.
Is it Friday night or Saturday night?
Well, I don't know. I'm using my phone.
One of those 2 nights.
It's Friday. Well, you tell me Friday night.
I don't know. One of those 2 nights. I'm not sure. Somebody will know. Tom Rio said technically it was a doubles match.
Okay. Enough, Tom. We have to talk about farm stuff.
Yeah. I'm not going to answer you any more tennis things, Tom. Knock it off. Yeah, I don't remember. Somebody will have to say if somebody is going to be at Lefty's with us. A group of YouTubers at a meet and greet is going to be at Lefty's Barbecue. And you have to get tickets. I think the tickets are free, but they do have an Eventbrite thing for it. Yeah, the tickets are not. By the way, the Great Appalachian Homestead Conference is sold out.
It's Saturday night.
That is
by the way.
amazing.
It's Saturday.
The thing at Lefty's.
Yeah.
Okay, we will. Yeah, the thing Saturday night at Lefty's Barbecue, the YouTubers meet and greet is Saturday night, May 6th, following the conference. And but the Homestead Conference is sold out. I know why it's sold out. Because so many people want to be there to learn about the sweet potato way.
Yeah, that's right. Our
With
very
Danny
own.
Sweet Tater Sugar
Yep.
Daddy King and Ms. Wanda are going to be there holding court about everything you need to know about sweet taters. And so that's probably what pushed them over the top. But that's amazing, y'all. I mean, they sold out that fairground. They maxed the number. They will not be selling them at the door.
Yeah, that's amazing.
So if you don't have a ticket, you're out of luck for this year. But what a cool problem to have for Patera that maybe next year have to think about a bigger venue or a 2-day thing or something because it's my understanding we didn't go last year. I'm not sure we even knew about it. Not because of them, because of us. We just weren't paying that attention at that time as much. But I don't think they sold like half the tickets or something. Somebody's going to correct me and tell me what's right. But they did not sell out. And they were worried about, not worried, but hoping they would do better this year. And they sold out.
Yeah.
And I mean, with 3 weeks to go.
Yeah. Yeah, that last week, I was looking at the Facebook page. Last week sometime, that's when I think she announced no tickets at the door because they only had 20 tickets left. So, I want to say this, Beth Mitchell. Beth, I had talked with Beth a few weeks ago, and then I think we touched base again last week about the sourdough, and she's going to a market over there in Texas. Oh, Athens, Texas, I think it is where she's at. But anyway, just talking about sourdough and stuff like that, and we exchanged some recipes, and she got my egg custard recipe, and she said it was a big hit with her husband, so that's great. Good luck at the market with it. I think they'll probably do well there too. Homesteading Pioneer Way says that she makes her cinnamon rolls, and I'm saying she because, you know, he don't bake at all. So, but I should learn that from Beth. Her husband does do cheesecake. So anyway, but he don't do any of that stuff. So anyway, she makes cinnamon rolls out of her sourdough bread, which, you know, I tried that too, but I ended up finding a recipe on the internet to make my sourdough cinnamon rolls, and it's actually got an egg in it. You do use your starter and everything too, and I really like that a little bit better than with my bread because it's a softer dough. And that egg, I think, is what makes the difference of that. So I'm still talking about the bread.
I'm gonna get some water.
7D
Water
Farm said that they get $7 a loaf in Oxford and $6 for a pan of honey butter rolls. I make about 150 loaves per market. Wow. I do not make that many loaves of bread. And is that in Oxford, Mississippi? Is the question. And I have one oven. When we built Mama's house, I put a convection oven in there. And so I can get very comfortably 8 loaves of bread in there at a time. And you know, I'm breaking this all up by hand, my dough. I make a big dish pan up of dough. And so you know, it's not perfect. So I have some loaves that may be smaller than other loaves. So I let them rise a little longer and stuff like that. So it's not that big a deal. But when I started doing the market, I started with a regular oven, and so that was only 4 loaves at a time. So anyway, I got to plug my phone in now because it's warning me. And also, Bandana Grandma said that Cherish is trying to set up a meet and greet for the Virginia conference too.
Oh, that'd be cool.
So that will be awesome. I had already heard people asking about that. So if I turn it upside down, will it do? No. But anyway, I'm having to look down at my phone, y'all, because my
I've always wanted to do that, but my knees won't let me do it.
What did you do?
You know how those things where it kind of. I'm going downstairs now.
Yeah, we have a downstairs in the trailer. Yeah.
I almost couldn't get up.
So okay.
What was I going to say? You know, we only got 15 minutes, and we got like stuff to do.
We sure do. I don't know, but you were waiting your turn.
I know. I can't remember why. I was going to tell Beth. Beth is catching us in stereo. She's watching on YouTube and Facebook, and she was just tickled at Tom and Guillermo going back and forth there about Serena.
Oh, okay.
And Guillermo, Beth, just in case you didn't know, that's Tomas's daddy.
Yeah.
Guillermo's our son-in-law.
Yeah.
And Tom Rio has been a friend of mine for what now, Tom? 107 years? Something like that.
I've known Tom as long as I can remember.
Yeah. Yeah, you've known Tom longer than you've known me.
Yeah, definitely.
And so have I. I've known Tom longer than I've known you. Tom and Tim, and he's got about, how many brothers you got, Tom? 12? You don't have that many, but he's got a bunch. Tom, Tim, and Phil were the 3 that I knew.
I only knew Tom. I knew him because of the twins and Jim.
Yeah.
I think. And Linda says she's looking forward to meeting us and
6. I was close.
DSH, Deep South Homestead, and the Pratt family. And we're looking forward to meeting all of y'all too. I'm so glad. And you know, I've already told you how confused I get because of the YouTube names, and then I'm friends with some of you on Facebook, and you have your real name on Facebook, and it's I get confused pretty
when you
easy.
come up to us.
Oh yeah.
Understand right now, we ain't gonna have a clue who you are. You gonna walk up to us, smiling, and hey, it's great to, and we're gonna be going. Hey, we're gonna be looking at you like a cow looks at a new gate. So when you come introduce yourself to us, tell us your YouTube name, because that's who we know you as, And maybe carry a little sign with your YouTube logo on it, so we can make a mental connection of who you are, and that's going to be interesting. So,
also, Linda,
6 brothers and 2 sisters.
Oh my!
The Rios,
I did not realize
the Rios,
that.
Yeah.
Oh well, that's right, because I know Janet. Janet's Tom's sister, but I knew Janet because of Julie. Anyway, Linda asked, do we have a link to Lefties? Is that event right for the meet and greet?
Gosh, I don't know. It's on Eventbrite. If somebody has it.
Oh, I thought that was a typo.
What?
Eventbrite?
No,
I
Eventbrite.
thought she meant is that Eventbrite.
No, Eventbrite. BRITE.
Y'all, Tommy takes care of all that stuff. I don't know.
I'm sorry, I don't have a link for that.
Oh, okay. 7D said that is in Oxford. Maybe I need to go up to $5 a loaf.
Maybe so. But look, if you will go to AldermanFarms on Facebook and send us a message asking for the link about the Lefties thing, I will find it and get it to you. Because I just can't think. I know where it's at, but I can't think of where it's at, and to tell the moderator to go grab it and put it up.
Scratch Made Homestead, in the right setting, he would do the limbo. I just have to say, he would. He even can do the robot still.
Yeah,
He
I
really
wouldn't do
can.
the limbo because I couldn't. They
You
would
would
have
try.
to be
You
a
know good way
backboard.
you'd try.
They would be backboard and emergency medical care involved.
He would try.
I would try. There, I have tried before, but I can't do it anymore. I'd get to a certain point and plap, and they'd have to pry me apart.
Guillermo's sister, we call her P.
Yeah, her name is Pilar.
Pilar. We call her P. So
Pili or P.
every time I see.
Oh, you keep seeing Pia?
What is her name?
Pia.
It is Pia. Every time I see Pia, I just want to say P because of Pilar. That's what we call her. Anyway, she said, "What bread maker do you suggest?" I've had quite a few. I assume you're talking bread machines. I've had quite a few of them. I don't use any of them anymore. I've actually bought them at secondhand sales or at thrift stores for like $10 each. So don't go pay full price for them. You can plug them in and see if they work on the inside. And for $10, it really don't. I mean, I've bought some really nice bread makers because people. I mean, I have like 5 or 6. I really need to get rid of them, but because I don't use them at all anymore.
Hey, maybe we'll do an auction. Do you know what blueberries are going for? Somebody on Facebook, Sean Meacham, wants to know where, Sean, because I imagine it depends on where you are, but I don't know. Wanda may know that.
Dolphin Man's gonna wear a tag saying Tommy Alderman.
That's great.
That's funny.
That is funny.
What was the question?
Hey, Caleb Beth.
Cameron, Corey, do you remember how much we sold Sherry's blueberries for at the market?
No, that's been longer ago.
I think it's like $6 a quart at least, but I could be wrong about that.
Wanda, I don't know if Wanda sells their blueberries or consume them all, but
yeah, Wanda didn't have blueberries.
Wanda can tell me what she gets for them. Sean, I don't know. Sean's in Sturgis, Mississippi. We just got our first blueberry bushes, and although we have sold some for a cousin who has a bunch, we can't remember what they went for.
I can't even remember.
But again, if you'll send me a message either through the YouTube, well, you're on Facebook, so send us a message to our page, and I'll find out what the market is around here for blueberries, and be happy to let you know that.
7D Farm said that they have 2 ovens, and they start the day at 5 a.m. the day before the market. That's what I start at 5 also, but I'm usually done baking by 1. And I do some egg custards, brownies, and stuff like that in between. So, but
you're welcome.
But
Sean.
I only have 1 oven.
Also on Facebook, Dagmar King says hi from Grove City, Ohio. I love watching you, Deep South Homestead, Appalachia's Homestead, Dirt Patch Heaven, all 3 with Doug and Stacy, and a few others on YouTube. And from Germany, and one he watches from Germany. Learns so much. Thank you and God bless you. Well, it's very nice.
Thank you so much,
Dagmar.
Thank you so much.
Danke. Oh no, you're not from Germany. You're from Ohio. There's other channels in Germany. Sorry.
Deep South said that they get $10 a gallon, fresh or frozen. So that's
And Beth
good.
says on Facebook, $5 a pint. And Beth, is that in California? I think you're in California. Is that right? You're out there on the left coast, I believe.
Tommy, you better be nice.
I am being nice. That's common. Commonly. And Therese
and look,
joined.
And hey, Therese, the Farrell Homestead said the meat and
Fuel.
grease.
Not the. I'm gonna start
Fuel.
calling Amy the Feral Homestead.
Y'all,
Fuel.
fuel. I know you've told me that
like
before.
diesel.
You've told me that before. But it's just not spelled that way.
Yes, it is. It ain't spelled
It's
like
just,
fuel.
it doesn't have a U in it.
Well, no, few, L.
Oh,
Fuel.
okay. Fuel. Fuel.
Fuel.
Fuel. Fuel.
Fuel Homestead.
It's fuel, not fair.
It's
farewell.
the Feral Homestead.
The meet and greet is free, but you need a free ticket to claim your seat at the restaurant. Okay?
What? Oh yeah. What? I was
Are you
reading
serious?
something. Yeah, I was reading something. What did you say?
The meet and greet is free, but you have to have a ticket to claim your seat at the restaurant.
Yeah. I said
Okay.
that.
Well, okay.
But I can't post a link unless somebody else has.
Okay. Okay, see, she said it's
come on.
okay. She said it's okay.
She is. She did tell me it's okay. She told me when I asked her. And just to be fair to Patty,
It's okay
the
for
first
me.
time I talked to Amy, I said, "Tell me how to pronounce your name," because
And Tommy remembers stuff like that. I don't remember.
Well, because she
we
said
went
it's
over
just
this
like
one time
fuel.
before. We've got a garden update video.
and we don't have time to do it.
Yes, we do. It's only 5 minutes.
Okay, but first let me show you this.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you're going to take up the rest of the time.
No, I'm
with
not. This is the biggest news I had. I guess I should show that first. Nah, I won't
Hurry
do
up.
that. I'll just show that. Look what I found. Ta-da!
that.
Ain't that something?
They already knew that.
I know they already knew it, but I wanted to tell them anyway. Ta-da!
You got it back.
God is kind. So the only thing I wanted to say about this was I'm glad to have my ring back, but the Lord was so merciful to let me have it back. And I think I did a specific video the day that I found it, minutes after finding it, after I told Patty, because somebody commented in the chat, Patty will be so happy. And I said, Patty knows already.
He told me
Because
first.
Patty would not be happy had I gone live on YouTube before telling her that I found my
And
ring.
he also told all the kids first,
I
too.
told all the kids
because
first.
They would not appreciate that either.
Yeah,
So,
but the thing is, y'all, the Lord waited until I didn't want it anymore. He waited until it wasn't important to me anymore. And then he let me have it back. And so the tears that welled up in my eyes when it dawned on me that what I was looking at was my ring, I can truthfully say that those tears were over his kindness. And I was overwhelmed at how kind he had been to me. Not over my ring. My joy was in the Lord and his kindness. And here's the truth of the matter. Had he allowed me to find it 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, my joy would have been over my ring. And, so his timing is perfect. And you know what? He would have been good had he never let me find it again. But he allowed me to find it, and I'm thankful. So
that's right.
his kindness
That's
just
right.
never ends. Okay. So, Patty, do you want... this video has sound on it.
Yeah, you can turn the sound off because...
You want the sound to come off of it.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, because I'm just going, oh, wow.
Oh, okay. So hopefully
Look at
now,
that.
hopefully this is a video of the garden. We've only got 5 minutes.
Yeah, we just
and it's
got
6
home.
minutes long.
Okay, well, we can cut off the end of it, I guess. Anyway, this is just a overview of it, and I'm going to take some close-up shots of things. You can see
Richie
our
Bryce.
path. Hey, Richie. You can see our path has stayed pretty clear. This is my little flower bed with a few herbs in it. I have some of my sunflowers kind of leaned over. And yes, it has some grass in it. I've got to work on grass. This is my heirloom potatoes. They're doing wonderful. I can't wait to dig them. My spinach has kind of been overtaken with chickweed. I have a nice parsley plant, and I'm going to zoom in right there. That's some dill that I planted before we left. And I want you to notice these green onions. I cut them 2 days before we left, so probably Monday, and they're already grown that much. This is some kale that's really took off. I lost half of that bedding kale, but those have taken off. That's the arugula. It's going nuts, and I don't even like it, but I've got to get some to the restaurant. That's the horseradish, and it is doing wonderful. And look how tall the cucumbers are. And you can see maybe a little yellow flowers in there. They're really growing, but you see the green closer to me? It is got lots of grass around. I think my mulch had grass seeds in it. And look, there's a baby cucumber. You're not watching the video, Tommy.
I'm watching the chat.
And so I'm excited. We already have a baby cucumber out there, and so it won't be too long before I'll be able to pick. That's a bed right there at the far end. I've got some tomatoes, and that's.
Ooh, I hope y'all not getting dizzy.
That's mostly eggplant and peppers. Yeah, I filmed, and I'm sorry. I did my best to go slow. This is a whole box of lettuce, except the very left corner, because I'm dealing with an ant bed down there, and it has like doubled or tripled in size. I actually planted a few melons right there on the grape arbor, and the grapes are doing really good. Is it making you dizzy? Watch the big screen.
Okay.
Anyway, this is the mustard greens. They're really doing good, except that I have bugs in them. The alderman peas need a little help. Let's see how far they're leaning over. I need to put another string up, but they're outgrowing my T-post.
It's just amazing, y'all, what has happened in 3 days of being gone.
Four. We're going 4.
That's right,
I think.
4 days.
I have peas on there, so Pistol Pack and Patty's not picking peas just yet, but it won't be long. And the lettuce, I didn't get to pick. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. That's the cilantro. I planted that special for my son-in-law because I make a Colombian dish that calls for that.
Ajiaco.
And this is the lettuce that I didn't get to pick before we left, and it's really gone crazy. Sunflowers right there.
Partial sunflowers.
Yeah, the goats got out while we were gone, and you see that one's missing right there, and there was another one that...
ate them through the fence?
Yeah, they pushed the fence and got to it and ate it up. So, and then my nasturtiums are doing wonderful, but that side got eaten too. So
I was if you show it on the film, yeah. A little bloom in there.
I knew that that's actually a flower. It actually is opened up right there. So
that's what I meant.
But isn't that beautiful nasturtium starting to bloom? So I'm excited about that. The horseradish is just looking really great. So I was a little disappointed that some of my stuff got eaten, but not much. And I was very thankful they didn't get into the garden.
All right, we got to stop because we're out of time.
Wait, no, we have 1 minute left. Or
okay.
2 minutes
No,
left.
it's too late now. It'll go back. Sorry. We'll have to pick that up later. We don't have time. Look.
Okay, go ahead.
We just have time to thank everybody for coming, as usual, and to remind you that whether you eat or drink or whatever you do, do all to the glory of God. It's good to be back home. We got some catching up to do. Things that are, in fact, as soon as we hit stop here, I got to run outside. I got some air conditioner work to do. I don't know what all I got to do, but I got stuff I got to do. So thank you guys on YouTube and Facebook for joining us. Richie, and we had quite a few family members join us on Facebook, which is pretty cool.
Thank y'all so much.
Had a good crowd on YouTube, and we appreciate each and every one of you guys. And we'll see you next week for sure. Probably before then, maybe.
Most likely so.
Right.
And if y'all can come to the conference in 2 weeks in
Crossville, Tennessee. Well, if you got a ticket.
Yes.
Or you could just stand outside and be like a groupie.
And if you're around the area, even if you can come to the meet and greet, please do that. We'd love to meet you.
Yeah, we'd love to meet you. And hug your neck and take a selfie.